Dun, dun, dun. Here we are, everybody. Welcome back. We're doing another wonderfully fun literary speed dating event. We're having a blast tonight in the house. We have authors Caroline Tepperman, Angela Vargas, Kelly Bolton, and Eric Bean. They're all going to be reading You Don't Know What Books. We'll let you know when it comes up. Andrew Smith and Kate McNeil are back again as my sanity savers. You'll hear from them throughout the night just because, you know, if I do something inappropriate, they're here to catch me. Okay, so tonight we are doing Blind Date with a Book. Tonight's genre is nonfiction. What's the title? We're not going to tell you yet. Who's the author? Well, you know the four. I just introduced them. And what's the story? We're not telling you. You got to figure it out. Tonight, each one of our four authors will read a book. Here's a partial of what those authors' covers look like. Take a look. Get the partial image in your head with a number, and you will get to guess later on who's doing what. While we start our reading, I'm going to throw up just a real quick introductory poll just as we start our reading. We're just a little curious about how you heard about us, how you came to the book festival. If everybody can fill out these two questions real quick, I would love that. If not for you, Andrew, this would be so boring. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you guys can do that, that'd be awesome. We are going to start the readings real quick. And tonight, just because I'm playing with everybody, we're going to start tonight with Eric Bean. You're going to read first. You have got 5 minutes to give us your very best blind date with a book for your writing. Remember, don't tell us the title. Don't show us the cover. Jump right in. You've got 5 minutes and go.
All right, forward. Last month, upon the release of our first booklet in our new series, we set the local, regional, and geopolitical events of the blossoming 2020 decade loom prominently, but are largely unknown. We knew the onset of a new decade would present many unknown challenges, but at press time, we were unaware of the full destructive power of the coronavirus, COVID-19, the tsunami that would, in a matter of weeks, swell to pandemic proportions, causing death, hardship, and global financial crisis, the likes of which we have never seen, or not since 2008, the global financial crisis, and the Great Depression of the 1930s. From China and the Far East, through Asia, Italy, France, and the United Kingdom, to Russia, Europe, Israel, Africa, Australia, and South America, no part of our planet was spared its wrath, except Antarctica. Our world has forever changed, and so the paradigm of the 3 C's, conversation, conduct, and character, for which this installment was predicated upon, is more important than ever, for this installment is now punctuated with a 4th C, corona, coronavirus, and D for disease. As recently as April 10th, United States President Donald Trump referred to COVID-19, as he had several times before, as the invisible enemy. And while the origins of COVID-19 can be traced back to China, as of this moment, the crisis is exacerbated by whether it was a natural phenomenon or created in a laboratory. Theodore Roosevelt dealt with natural and visible enemies, particularly malaria and yellow fever. These destructive diseases could engulf otherwise healthy American troops, as well as those serving on ships overseas. It is ironic that in March 2020, the commanding officer of the USS Theodore Roosevelt, Captain Brett Crozier, was relieved of his duties via Acting Secretary of the Navy Thomas Motley because Crozier wrote a letter about the concerns to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 aboard the ship that was leaked and published in the San Francisco Chronicle. The result embarrassed high-ranking officials who were criticized as an unresponsive chain of command. But the letter prompted action that helped save lives. The leak of communication, whether by design or purpose, may have been a self-leadership risk The ship's namesake, Theodore Roosevelt, might also have followed, according to retired U.S. Navy Commander Ward Carroll. Thus, this anecdote is an ideal example of conversation, conduct, and character in action. Not only was COVID-19 a catalyst that will surely test the 3 C's among millions of people for months and years to come, but it shifts our conversation to an underlying character trait that prudence is based on: authenticity. We can say that Crozer was authentic in authoring his letter of concern, but Crozer was fired because the embarrassing life-saving letter leaked. Some would say that if purposely leaked, Crozer portrayed a wolf in sheep's clothing, an idiom that has for centuries been enumerated in fables and stories. While the Bible states, "Beware of false prophets, which come to you as sheep's in clothing," our series, Conversation and Conduct, Character in COVID-19. In Crozer's case, his character was least likely to be the wolf as much as he tried to be the sheep. Throughout the second booklet in this 9-booklet series, we refer to wolves: The Boy Who Cried Wolf, The Tale of Two Wolves, The Wolf of Wall Street, for example. We remember the wolves that Theodore Roosevelt had to tame when on April 25th, 1898, he was appointed Lieutenant Colonel of the 1st U.S. Volunteer Cavalry Regiment. Today, we can all consider ourselves appointed. We are appointed to the response and aftermath of COVID-19 regimen. As politicians, schools, and corporations move towards removing the current shelter-in-place orders that kept people from socializing, the invisible enemy will likely be among us for years to come. How authentic will your self-leadership be in the crucial weeks and months ahead? As we said in our inaugural booklet, one person's prudence can be another person's provocation. We have been told that we must wear a mask and we can no longer congregate in tight spaces. We may be tested for the virus, antibodies, or we may have our temperatures taken at any number of establishments, or we may have to subscribe to a tracking device to assess our health. How will you adapt to such an abrasive measures? We stand poised to
Okay, your 5 minutes is up.
Type of freedom.
Minutes is up. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
I really enjoyed that reading. It's the first time I've heard a nonfiction book read with the tension of a suspense novel. So good job.
Yeah,
I want to know what happens.
Broadcast voice.
Broadcast voice. That's right. Okay. It seems that we're having some challenges with Kelly's audio and video tonight, so we may not get a chance to hear her read. However, in lieu of that, and we'll see how it comes in, we're going to keep going. Caroline, you're up next. Are you ready?
I am.
All right, Miss Caroline, you've got 5 minutes. Go.
November 15th, 2013 proves to be very cold and gray in Warsaw, and in leather jacket and tennis shoes, I'm completely unprepared for the blast of Arctic air. Winter came early to Warsaw that year, although it would be warm again by the holidays. Hey, we greet my cousin's daughter, then stand awkwardly around waiting for my cousin to arrive. As he drives us to our new home, we see a city still reeling from the usual November 11th Polish Independence Day riot-filled celebrations. Even so, the streets are busy. At 1 p.m. on a Friday, everyone has somewhere they need to be. The main streets already have their elaborate vintage-inspired holiday decorations, which, even though unlit, contrasts starkly with the gray day the sun forgot. Our drive takes us past communist-era concrete buildings intermingled with intricate pre-war architecture and futuristic glass and metal skyscrapers. The mix is fascinating. Many of the older buildings have been restored to their original pastel pinks, yellows, and blues. Those on the side streets where tourists rarely venture are still blackened from decades of pollution and neglect. Still, Warsaw is exceptionally clean compared to most European cities, many of which survived almost complete destruction in World War II. What it does have is what feels like a million roundabouts, not the quaint one-way ones that confuse most drivers. These are huge with many lanes of traffic. For the life of me, I cannot figure out how they aren't one giant car accident all the time. Just when you think you are driving in a straight line, there is a roundabout that takes you in a circle. And then there are the billboards. They're everywhere. Small ones and huge ones cover buildings, residential and commercial. They loom over the roads in a visual assault. It's like we've been thrown headfirst into a billboard amusement park. Our apartment on 10 Smolna Street is in a 70s era communist style low-rise block. The ground floor bike shop offers a humanizing look inside the building. There's color and movement. My cousin's daughter has already warned us to prepare for a shock. She's right. The peeling green paint in the hallways doesn't help our confidence. But our apartment has been completely renovated with hardwood floors and high-end stainless steel appliances. In other words, the inside does not match the outside. My dream of living in a charming Parisian-style flat oozing with character with a pretty balcony where we can drink lattes and eat croissants has long since evaporated. I feel like a contestant on one of those relocation shows where they want all modern amenities and local charm for the low price of $500 per month. So is this the romantic ideal? No, but it feels familiar, clean, and comfortable. The lattes and croissants will come a few days later when we discover Vincent's, a local French cafe. Besides, we are centrally located, and that's what really matters. We do not plan on buying a car, so easy access to everything is imperative. When I step out of my place in the middle of winter at 4 p.m. and it's already dark, I want to see people, stores, and restaurants. Fast forward 4.5 years, world politics have taken a sharp turn, leaving Warsaw deeply affected, and a lot of ugliness has begun to surface. Nationalism, fascism, and racism are all on the rise. They are no longer in the shadows, but are entering the mainstream. There are times when we no longer feel comfortable walking down the street. Not a week goes by without a protest or a rally. Poland is a part of us, but we aren't sure that it's the place we want to fight for. I've been back for exactly 72 hours, and that November 15th, 4.5 years ago, feels like a distant memory. I'm standing at the corner of King and Benton. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there is no one around. The streets are empty. I walk to the middle of the road and look around. What kind of city is this? My tears flow freely. I'm overwhelmed with sadness. I have left a bustling city and moved to one where I know no one and have to begin my life again. There's a stark difference between the Eastern European city I left and the North American one I am now forced to call home. Talk about a culture shock. As with everything, time heals, and when spring finally rolls around, I can make it through the day without crying. On a particularly sunny day, walking my dog by the pond near my home, I am half paying attention to her while scrolling through my social media feed. There's so much going on in my brain, and I'm not really focusing on any one thing. My dog sits down, forcing me to put my phone away and look up. I see a clearing in the tree branches and a pond with lily pads. The longer I look, the more the green of the trees intensifies and the blue of the water deepens. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a fairy ducking between the leaves and a frog prince peering out from beneath a lily pad. Right there in front of my eyes, a fairy tale is unfolding. On my way home, for the first time in a long time, I notice a leaf fluttering gently in the breeze and the rickety blue door that doesn't quite fit its frame. And even now, the paint makes the pattern on the weather-beaten building down the street. The world is coming alive right in front of my eyes. I am seeing layers and dimensions. All of my senses are finally awakening.
Perfect. You just ran 10 seconds over. Well done.
Oh.
Thank you for letting me finish.
I was just about to say something and then you finished your sentence. So good job. Well done. Okay. Kelly, can you turn your microphone on? Are you with us? Mute.
Still on mute.
You're still on mute, Kelly. You gotta turn on your microphone. Microphone. There. Now, can you speak? We are still not hearing you. Are you there? Speak. Yeah, I'm not hearing you. Not hearing you. Okay.
Stay there and go on with Angela. I'll help Kelly.
Okay, excellent. Kelly, Andrew's going to help you in the chat. So we're going to have Angela read next. Madame Angela, are you well and prepared?
I am ready.
Okay, ready, set, on your mark.
At the beginning of my airplane trip, a flight attendant came on the microphone and announced the routine instructions. He began by telling us, "This is a no smoking, no complaining, and no whining flight." After an outburst of chuckles, he had our attention. The flight attendant continued with his safety instructions. Some people were actively listening, while others were preoccupied with arranging their belongings. It was at that moment the flight attendant said, "Good luck to the 6 of you who paid attention." I was feeling pretty much at ease with the comedic banter of the flight attendant until it was snack time. Slightly famished, I was looking forward to a quick snack on that short flight. I had not flown in a while and wasn't sure the quantity and type of snacks I can toss in my carry-on, so my favorite snacks were left behind. After the fasten seatbelt sign flashed off, we were told that we could move about the cabin and snacks would come around soon. It was also announced that since there was someone on board with the nut allergy, pretzels would be served. Totally understandable. Until, just for fun, I dumped the pretzels onto a napkin and counted them. There were 12 micro mini minuscule pretzels. I craned my neck to see if that funny flight attendant, if it was one of his pranks. But at the end of the flight, I thanked the flight attendant for their service and gave kudos to the pilots for getting us to our destination safely. Overall, I don't care about the snacks. I'm more impressed with the quality service and safe landing. Everyone appeared to have followed the rules on our flight. No smoking, no complaining, no whining. It was a safe flight. What comedic episodes have you experienced lately? My experience, dubbed a wrinkle in time, was the day my teen boys were running late for church due to wrinkled clothes. They dressed at the last minute and wanted to rush out the door. As my younger son handed me his shirt to be ironed, I looked down at his pants. The black dress pants my son wore had creases at the knees from being on the hanger too long. He traded me his ironed shirt for the dress pants. No sooner had I finished ironing his pants than my older son walked past wearing wrinkled pants and a shirt. When I told my older son his pants needed to be ironed, he said, "These are wrinkle-free pants." Rather than fight another battle, I let him decide whether he wanted to iron the pants or not. He decided not to. Instead, he substituted them with a different pair. In the story, A Wrinkle in Time, the characters traveled by wrinkling time. In other words, they were able to travel quickly through time and space. It would have been helpful to wrinkle time the day we were running late, but no such luck. As I rushed the boys through the house barking demands, my older son said, "Ma, do you just wake up and plan what you're gonna fuss about?" After an outbreak of laughter from me, I responded, "No planning needed. You boys provide plenty of reason." Although we were late reaching our destination, we ironed out our wrinkles. We learned a lesson. For me, the lesson was to be sure to give the boys lead time to get ready for an event. A lesson learned by the boys was Mama is going to grumble no matter what. Perhaps you have experienced the time where you were running late for something due to poor planning. Any more time left?
You got 30 seconds left. I don't know if you can do it in 30 seconds.
Let's see. What is the funniest thing a family member has shared with you recently? In my household, there's never a dull moment. At age 40-something, I made the decision to get a retainer to correct one of my teeth. The first day I wore the retainer, my son didn't notice my speech was different. It was 2 days later, he stared at my mouth as I was talking and he noticed something different. He said, "What is that in your mouth?" he asked, frowning. I said, "Do you mean my retainer?" I was playing dumb. He said, "Why do you have that at your age? Won't you be losing teeth soon?" I guess I
I'm
must not
sorry,
have read the
gotta-
age guidelines for wearing
I-
a retainer.
Well done. I got to stop you there. Thank you very, very much. Yay. Well done. Kelly, have we been able to solve your audio conundrum?
I'm hoping so. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I apologize. I'm really not good with the computers. I got on early. I got my teenage son and my husband helping me. I don't know what happened.
All right. Well,
They did good.
well,
Thank
you know, we got you now. We're all set. If you are ready to read, hey, everybody, stay until after Kelly's done reading because I've got books to give away. So you don't want to miss that. You ready, Kelly?
I am finally. Thank you.
You got 5 minutes. Go.
Okay. Tanya, I learned in English class in college that Latin is a dead language. No country, no culture, no population speaks it. When a language is dead, no new words are formed. Some people complain when new slang words like bling or bestie or twerk are added to the dictionary, but it only means that the English language is alive and well. My husband and I were called dinks at a barbecue last year. I didn't even know what the term meant. I didn't know if it was a playful insult or a compliment. Mitch, a friend of ours, used the expression. So when I got home, I Googled it. Dink stands for double income, no kids. The word, or acronym, more accurately, does not have a negative connotation to it, but certainly it does to me. According to Google, couples living in Dink households are often the target of marketing efforts for luxury items because they have more disposable income, kind of a marketing term for a specific audience. That backyard barbecue conversation revolved around kids as it typically does with our peers. Many of them have kids by now. The term dink was expressed with a feeling of envy for Jeff, my husband, and me, because we have more free time, more money, and more freedom. My friends were complaining about the expenses that pile up as their children continue to grow. I know that there was no malintent on their part, perhaps just some minor insensitivity. Our friends really love their children, of course, and it's part humor and part human nature that it's to complain. Jeff and I were schooled on the cost of diapers for twins in their first year of life, how much a good babysitter costs, the increasing price of formula, and let's not get started on the cost of daycare. Our friends went about the challenge of juggling careers and kids and learning to live on less money. My deep, unspoken, and even sometimes angry thoughts were not the slightest bit sympathetic to all of their woes. Being unable to have children has left me cold and indifferent to the plight of my friends and their peers, and to peers. To be fair, no one in that perfectly landscaped suburban backyard knew that Jeff and I had spent more than $30,000 hoping for a chance, which failed, to have children of our own. We keep our misery private. No one in the neighborhood knows that we're considered taking a second mortgage on our home just to have more money to try to adopt a child. I'm sad, bitter, overly sensitive, and mostly angry with myself. You see, I did this to us, to both of us. Jeff, the other half of my dink equation, is the guy that you meet and quickly realize he's too good of a man not to hold on to. We were 25 when we met, and I was really enjoying my single life, but I knew what I had with him, and it was special, and I was not willing to let him go. He's supportive, kind, intelligent, hardworking, complimentary, handsome, thoughtful, and dishonest. Yep, you read that correctly. It's not an error. He's dishonest. He assures me over and over that he doesn't blame me. It's not my fault. He even told me when I was sobbing one night, it's no big deal that I'm infertile. How can he not blame me? How can he not be disappointed or even angry with me? Even once, I wanted him to be angry with me. I think he's lying, and secretly deep down he resents me, even just a little bit. The problem is he'll never say that to me. He'll never admit it. He knows it would crush us both and probably change our relationship together. Maybe I'd feel better for a moment if he did. This is the definition of a no-win situation. I wish that he would just say he blames me a little bit. I imagine myself even sometimes provoking him or starting a fight, even hitting him to get him angry enough to admit that he blames me. I want him to yell at me, to get angry, to tell me he's disappointed. He will never have his own biological children. Finally, come out and say the truth. It's my fault that we can't have kids. I'm not the victim of some hard luck story that I cannot bear children. It's because of my behavior, my actions with another man, that we cannot have our own children. I can't imagine how it makes my husband feel. As for me, it's a very, very bitter pill to swallow. I unknowingly took away that possibility for us many years ago. I'll never feel a baby inside of me kick or grow. I will never know what our offspring would look like, never get to experience pregnancy and childbirth. I know that to a teenager, pregnancy and childbirth are not that appealing. It wasn't to me either as a teen, but that changes as you mature. I want to experience all of it. I want Jeff to feel my big fat belly, hear the baby's heart beating inside of me, watch his baby move for the first time with the ultrasound. None of that's possible because of what I did. I'm the one who contracted chlamydia after having sex with my boyfriend, senior year of high school. I'm the one whose undiagnosed STD led to permanent, irreversible infertility. I learned too late that chlamydia, like many other STDs, often goes undiagnosed for months, which can lead to larger problems down the road. Jeff told me all the
I'm sorry, Kelly, you are out of time.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yay! Thank you, everyone, for your readings. That's pretty awesome.
That was amazing.
that was
I think that we should let them all go more.
I would love to, but we're on a time thing.
Okay.
As I'm going to bring up the screen again, and I'm going to bring up our poll, and everybody gets to guess which book goes with which author. While we're doing that, I'm going to bring up the poll. And once you've made your guess, here's the results from the earlier one, in case anybody's interested. Okay, we are going to, hold on. I gotta see, I'm giving you guys more time to do this. There you go. Okay, so I gotta find the other poll. Where did it go, Andrew? Hold on. I gotta find the second one.
You have to scroll down to it.
Yeah, no. Okay, so we share the results there. You guys can see those, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna stop sharing those results. And then I'm gonna go to the second poll. Oh, there it is. It's in the drop-down menu Diana forgot she had. Okay, so there it is. There's our second poll. I'm gonna show you the screen again. And while you guys are all voting, take into account, you don't get anything if you win just bragging rights on the Facebook page. I have lots of things to give away, but not enough to cover all of this silliness. But if you have questions while we're doing this poll, go ahead and put them in the chat box, and either Andrew or Kate will make sure I don't miss them. If you have questions for our authors, go ahead and do that while we're pulling in these polls. We are getting the numbers. Slowly, everybody, 11 out of 22, 12 out of 22, there we go. Get those numbers up, everybody, take a guess. And like I say, after you've guessed, if you have a question that you would like to throw at one of the authors, put it in the chat box, and either Kate or Andrew will make sure that we get those questions answered. I was running so tight last night, I didn't make time for Q&A, so that's why I wanted to make sure we have time for it tonight. Okay, almost everybody has voted.
I just wanted to put out there what
Yes, sir.
is being echoed in the chat constantly. The readings tonight were very great. We have one that is fairly lighthearted, and it still deals with a very real situation. But three have very conflicting emotions and a lot of complexities. This was really, really awesome. Kelly, I have to, clap just a little. I'm silly a lot of the times, but I mean, you were extremely heartfelt. Eric, we all lived through this, and it was, great hearing somebody that actually chronicled. And I'm very interested because as someone that pays very close attention to all of the history and what's going on and reads all of the sides of news, I'm interested to see the slant. And Carolyn, since my great grandparents immigrated from Poland, I feel you, and I know how I know how the countries are. I've traveled internationally a lot, and it's really awesome the way that you were describing things. So, everybody did such a great job. And
what I love tonight is that, none of us expected nonfiction to be this diverse. So I'm super happy that you guys all brought your A game, and we had just a blast tonight listening to you read.
We do have a question out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
The question is, do any of you also write fiction, or do you stick to nonfiction as a genre?
Anybody?
I mostly write nonfiction, but I am starting to dabble in some fiction that's based on things that happened while I was living overseas. So yeah, hopefully more fiction soon.
Very
awesome.
Thank you, Caroline. Awesome. And just remember, there are 6th grade workshops that could help you if you like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eric, same question.
Yeah, no, I got into children's fiction, and
don't give it away, Eric.
Yeah, no, and I foresee doing some more of those, but actually, I've got another nonfiction one under wraps to help people in a very important issue that's been going on, and so we're very excited that we're going to be tackling that one soon.
Great.
Super. Angela?
For me, it's picture books. Picture book fiction is the other side.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Kelly?
Mine's a little bit interesting because it's kind of a hybrid of fiction and nonfiction. This was kind of the product of me spending 20 years selling drugs for STDs and hearing story after story after story. So, you don't hear the full story because of HIP and everything like that. You hear, oh, this girl came in and this was her story. So I built a whole story around those different threads. So mine's a little bit of a hybrid, but it was definitely real people and real things. And I kind of built the rest of the story. So the first book I wrote, so I would like to try more, but this is my first one. So
awesome.
So I was kind of inspired that the story.
We love debut authors. We love debut authors. All right, I'm going to show you guys the results from the poll, and you guys, like I said, you get bragging rights on this. So go on social media and tell everybody if you got it right. There it is.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So there you go. Here, I'm going to show you the answers. Hold on. See, one thing at a time, Diana. My gosh. Can Diana do it? No, she can't. Can't get the computer to work. No. All right, let's try it again. There we go. I got it. So there are the answers. And you see the poll results too. So isn't that fun? What people... See, that we found this last night too. Everybody gets an interesting take based on their readings, so you never know. So there you go. I love this part of it. I love looking back. Tomorrow I'm going to go back and look at these results again and see who got it right and who didn't. That's what's fun for me. Thank you very much, everybody, for voting. Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
Remember, when you're posting your bragging rights and you say how great that you did, to use the hashtag PP Virtual Book Festival so that we can keep that way above 1,000. We're got to be getting close. I know that.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
So just keep posting. Just keep posting.
Emily says she got them all. Ooh.
Yay!
Wow.
All right, here we go. I am now going to do the Wheel of Happiness to see who's going to win books. We are giving away 5 books tonight. 1 from each of the 4 authors that read, and a 5th surprise novel. You ready? Here we go. I'm going to do the spinning Wheel of Happiness. Ta-da! Can everybody see the spinning Wheel of Happiness?
Yep.
Yay! Okay, here we go. We're going to do this 5 times. Kate, if you would please take notes for me so I don't get it messed up again. Okay, here we go. Spinning wheel. Where it goes. I wish I had music. I don't. Carol Trembath. Yay! You win the first book. Carol's book. I'm going to put in the mail to you shortly is Caroline Topperman's book. Yay! See how much fun this is? See how much fun this is? This is Tell Me What You See by Caroline Tupperman. So, Carol, you're going to love this book. Super fun. All right, let's do the spinning wheel of happiness one more time.
I could sing, Diana, but you might wish you didn't have music then.
Oh, sing with me, Angela.
Sing, go.
Spinning wheel,
go.
got to go round. Come on, talk about your troubles. It's a crying shame.
Hey.
Julianne has won it, and we're spinning again.
Yay, Andrew! I love you so much. Okay, Julianne, you get Eric Bain's book, 2020 Prudent Leadership, right there. Yay! It's one series, so this is book 2 in this series. No, is this book 1 or book 2, Eric? You need your mic, Eric.
Yeah, that's which one? That's his values.
This is your values. Is this book 1 or 2?
That's book 1. So
book 1.
Good start. Yep.
Yay! Okay, we are going to do the spinning wheel again. See, I got to get better at this wheel
Angela's
sharing.
turn. Come on, strike a tune.
You ready? Go.
I don't know a song now.
How you handle a hungry tune? You
hungry hippo. Yeah.
Hey, it's Xander. Xander, you're probably wondering why your last name has a GA on it. That's because I had fat fingers when I was typing way too fast. Okay, Xander, this one, Forever is a Really Long Time by Kelly Bolton. You're gonna love this. This has got some really great perspective in it. And this is awesome. You should read it and then share it with people you love, because that's the kind of book this is. Okay. All right. Let's go over here. Spinning wheel once again. You know, this has got circus music, but because I'm wearing my headphones, you can't hear it. Okay,
hey,
ready?
Sing,
Here's
Caroline.
the song. Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree.
Amy Kelso, aren't you proud of me, Amy? I didn't butcher your name tonight. There we go. Menopause Ain't No Joke by Angela Burgess. You're going to love this book. You're going to laugh yourself ridiculously silly. This is so fun. This is a great book. You're going to love this. So, Amy Kelso, I've been saying your name all day out loud while I'm working so that I could memorize it and not get it wrong. You should be very, very proud of me. Yay. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 spinny wheel of happiness.
Eric and Kelly, you gotta
Here
say
we go. One more time. You ready? Go.
I don't hear no singing.
What you got, Andrew? Give me a song.
I'm too late.
Xander!
Woo.
Xander won again.
Xander, cleaning up.
That's the great part about Blind Date with a Book. You never know how many books you're going to take home after last call, right? Here we go. Xander, you are going to get a copy of Mark Bellows' Betrayal of Justice. This is an awesome novel. It's one in a series. Really, really well written. You're going to, I think you've met Mark in previous festivals, so I think you're going to love this. Yay!
I really like it.
It's an awesome book, awesome series. Okay, that's spectacular. Now, if you have won a book, you're probably wondering, how do I get my prize? Well, here's how you get your prize, you guys. This is what you do. You go here and you send me an email with your mailing address to diana@pagespromotions.com. You send it to me by midnight tonight, and you can claim your prize. If you don't claim your prize, I can't send you your book. So make sure that you claim your prize so I can send you your books. Again, those have to be in by midnight tonight so I can go to the post office. Okay? Couple other things you need to know about. Thank you, Kate. Couple things you need to know about. We are doing 3 amazing, incredible, oh my gosh, giveaways. I'm going to pull up the website real quick and share that screen with you just so you can see it, because I forgot to pull those graphics. We're giving away amazing prize boxes. We're giving away a golden ticket just like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Here we go. Let me show you this. We are giving away prizes. We're giving away a golden ticket. And if you get that golden ticket, you're going to win a Kindle Fire 7. The silver ticket, you're going to win a Blood in the Rain prize box, which includes 2 books in Jacob Bullen's Blood in the Rain series and a snazzy hooded sweatshirt. And if you win the bronze ticket, you will get the entire Masterson files written by Andrew. Pretty amazing stuff. Plus, you'll get a canvas tote and an aluminum tumbler. We're giving away astounding prize packages. How do you get the tickets? This is how you get them. If you've won a book tonight, go through that book, open it up. If you find the ticket inside your book, you've won the prize. All you have to do is send me an email and let me know you've got it. Take a picture of yourself holding the golden, the silver, or the bronze ticket, and I will send you your prize box. See, yeah, just like that, Andrew. So that's how you win those. We are also doing a trivia contest on our website. Go check that out. We're giving away a huge swag box, and all you have to do is answer 20 trivia questions about literature. Super, super fun. No, I'm not giving away masks, Andrew, although that's cute. Okay, we're giving away just huge amounts of stuff. We're doing author polls on the Facebook page. We're doing this trivia thing. We're doing all kinds of stuff. I got so much stuff in my office that we're giving away. It's just ridiculous. The dog can't walk through the room much anymore. So help me out, win some prizes, get this stuff out of my living room. The dogs and my husband will all be happier. Okay, Andrew, perfect. All right. Thank you, everybody. Does anybody else have some parting shots? Authors, I will give you an opportunity to do a parting shot over the front of the bow. Caroline, go if you'd like.
So I'm so sorry.
Parting shot.
Oh,
thank you. Goodbye. Have a
yes,
nice life.
thank you. I mean, I really enjoyed reading that, and part of that is from a book that is on its way, and part of that is from the book that is available right now. So anybody who gets my book, feel free to email, ask questions, and I'm here if anybody has any more questions. Thank you.
Awesome. Eric, parting shots?
Yeah, here's my parting shot. You know, in these challenging times, I like to think about Theodore Roosevelt's most famous quote: do what you can with what you have, wherever you're at. And, you know, it was meant in a prudent sense, you know, to do what we have prudently. But some people do what they have wherever they're at, and they don't do it with prudence at all. So that's what our book, talks about, because one person's prudence can be another person's provocation.
I like that. I like the alliteration there. Well done. Angela, parting shots for you?
Wow, I have to follow that.
Yeah,
Thanks, Eric.
Come on, you do stand up.
You
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, my mama, take me home down country roads. That's all I got. I enjoy being here.
That's spectacular. Oh my gosh. Kelly Bolton, you get to follow that. Any parting shots for dear?
I'm not singing because you're all going to have to figure out where the mute button is for sure. You not want to hear that. But thank you. This was my first one. I thought it was great hearing other nonfiction too. This was, my parting shot is to anybody. I talked myself out of writing this book for 15 years because I'm a Catholic school mom and a soccer mom. And I was like, I'm not writing a book about sex, but I felt like there was such I had a message that nobody else was talking about. And too many people don't know the risks that the doctors know. And I lived that life. So my parting shot is, if you have a teenager in your life, talk to them, make sure that they read a book or go online or something, read my book, maybe that would be nice. But that's really why I did it, because there's just a lot of heartbreak and a lot of things that can be prevented,
Absolutely.
So thank you. Thanks for
Absolutely. I am so pleased. We had a great time tonight. Andrew, go ahead.
It's time to talk about the pop-up.
That's right. You see, when you did that, I got it. So we have a pop-up shop on the website. You can get connected to all of the books you heard from tonight, all of the authors, plus all of the authors' entire catalogs, all the books I was able to get my hands on. I put them in the pop-up shop. You can get to it by going to pagespromotions.com. Look for at the top in the menu, look for the thing that says pop-up shop. You can not only connect with the authors and get their books, but if you get a book through a different source, like through Amazon or through Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, whatever, you can contact the authors directly through our pop-up shop. Just click on their name. It'll connect you to the authors, either their website contact page or an email address, and you can get a limited edition numbered signed book plate from the authors. They will sign these and send them to you. They have acid-free, lignin-free little double sticky back tape thingies on the back so you can tuck them inside the books you buy. Put them in your, wall of happiness, whatever you're doing. But these give you an opportunity to connect directly with the authors and keep this commemorative book plate for all of posterity and whatever. So I think I hit it all. Go ahead, Andrew. Did I miss something else?
No, you didn't miss anything. I just want to say, if you're a reader and you're online, there's a fantastic group of authors that are here. You've heard from some great ones today. We heard from great ones yesterday. We heard from authors on Monday, but they're fantastic authors, and many of their books are behind me or behind Diana, or we've read a lot of them. If you're an author, on the other hand, just keep writing. Don't stop. There are lots of people that want to hear what you have to say. And, they said a long time ago, I think it was Karen Carpenter said, you should sing a song. Well, you need to write a story, write a book, but let somebody know what you're thinking and get it out.
Absolutely.
We're all here for you to help along the way too.
Absolutely. Kate, any shots over the bow from you? My sanity keeper?
No, I think Andrew said it all.
Yeah, he does.
Does that make me the insanity keeper?
Yes.
She's the
And
sanity.
That's right. I'm the sanity keeper. Yes. He's the insanity provoker. I'm the sanity keeper.
Yes. And this is why I have a balanced existence, because I have both of you in my life, and I'm greatly appreciative. Thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks everybody for reading. Thanks everybody for listening. We're doing this, like Andrew said, all but 4 days out of the month. So come on back, join us. We're giving away over 100 books. Really, tell your friends, tell your family, bring everybody. We hope to see you all again. Have a nice night. Thanks for coming by.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I'll come back now here.
Yeah.